الرجال قوامون على النساء. Men, a rough translation, men are maintainers over women. Men are maintainers, caretakers over women. But let's dig deep into that word in between men and women, which is قوامون عليهن, قوامون على النساء. The word qawwam comes from the Arabic verb qama, to stand, but also means to commit, lazima, to take care of, to maintain, to be serious, to be committed to something. As a matter of fact, one of the names of Allah comes from this same origin. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. Al-qayyum is actually related to the word al-qawwam. It's from the same origin. And so the first thing from an imani point of view, from a faith point of view, is we have to be careful in how to understand this word, because Allah chose this word to extract from it one of His own names. So if you are loose in the treatment of this word, you're dealing with something very sacred to begin with. In doing so, that's why someone who makes a lot of khubz, bread, is a khabbaz, a baker. Because they make it over and over again, they get very good at it. Okay? And so when names sound like that, like one of Allah's names is Ghaffar. Ghaffar suggests that Allah doesn't just forgive, He forgives repeatedly, over and over again. He does it. And that suggests, in some cases, even expertise. Qawwam here suggests that men continually express their care, their loyalty, their commitment. They renew it over and over again over women. That's the idea of qawwam. Someone who maintains, takes care of, shows loyalty, shows love, is actively involved over and over again. In other words, men don't get to be passive in their relationship with their women. It cannot be a passive relationship. It cannot be, she knows I love her. It can't be that. Oh, she knows I care. It can't be that. It needs to actually be expressed actively and repeatedly and constantly. And that's the first implication that is inside الرجال قوامون على النساء. Now, to maintain, to commit, to take care of are very direct, immediate implications of qama. Actually, this is from the extended version of this verb comes aqama, from when we say iqamatul salah. It's from the same origin. The first thing I'd like to highlight is from the Arabic point of view, this word has nothing to do with authority. Izzah has to do with authority, Saytara has to do with authority, Sultan has to do with authority. There are several words in Arabic. Arabic is a very rich language. There are several words in Arabic that are available for what word? For what concept? Authority. Qama is not one of them. وَبِمَا أَنفَقُوا مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ. The ba, they say لِلْإِبْتِدَاء. One argument is لِلْإِبْتِدَاء. What does that suggest? It means because the starting point of their relationship with their women is that they spend from their monies. The relationship with your spouse isn't, well, I pay the bills, I pay the rent, I'm paying the car insurance, I'm paying the cell phone, I'm paying for your shopping, so I don't have to do anything else. As if to say the starting point of it. Look, because on account of the fact that you're already spending from your monies, which is the original gesture, by the way, even that relationship of marriage began with mahar, it began with infaqul amwal. But that wasn't the end of the relationship, that was the beginning of the relationship. It actually ceremonially symbolized something. It symbolized that you're willing to spend even of hard-earned income on this person. And therefore, now that and by the way, when you spend something on someone or on something, then naturally you take care of it. And a fun problem, we get married and our parents and our siblings, they're our real family. This girl you married, you just did her a favor. And you and your family will continuously remind her that, I could have married anybody. My mother showed me 20 different proposals, and I went with you. So you just be grateful and live in the closet. You know your place. And now she sees with her own eyes, every time you earn something, every time there's a moment to celebrate, every time there's a joyous occasion, you treat those people as your real family and her as second class. She doesn't really belong. She's the object of criticism, ridicule, mockery, and even negligence. And this is very common in Muslim families. How in the world are we people of Quran? How can we recite ayat like these? The first part of this ayah, we feel like Quran is, it's embarrassing, it's saying something politically incorrect. We don't even look in the mirror. Well, the first part of this ayah is putting us to shame. It's putting us in our place. وَبِمَا أَنفَقُوا مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ. Then Allah turns His attention to women. Okay, this is how men should be. The first part of this brief statement, very comprehensive, is how men should be and how they should regard women. And because of the favors, not because men and women are special, because Allah gave them certain special things. That is Allah's grant to them. You know, sometimes you say, I don't see anything good in my wife, or whatever. Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, بِمَا فَضَّلَ اللَّهُ بَعْضَهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ. There are some things good in you that Allah granted you. Nobody can take that away. There are some things good in her that Allah granted her. Nobody can take, not even you can take that away. I felt the need to highlight this because I've had, I think, one too many conversations that have left me pretty shocked, even disgusted, where husbands not only refuse to spend on their wives, I mean, not even in the most minimal way. They'll even go to a restaurant. And I'm not talking about some uneducated people from some, in some, rural area somewhere. No. Those people are actually much better. We're talking about people who live in Dallas, man. We're talking about people that are educated, professional, well established, and they'll go to a restaurant with their wife and say, we're splitting the check. Or I didn't want to come here, you wanted to come here, you pay. Or we're going on a trip to Pakistan. You buy your own ticket. Or, well, if you, and she says, I haven't bought any clothes for 3 years. I don't have anything. I don't even have enough to just even get groceries. Well, get a job then. I don't have enough, but you do have enough. You're getting a second car. You just bought a new TV for your office, which you play video games in. Why can't I just have, no. If you want to, just go get work. Go work yourself. This is the antithesis of قَوَّامُونَ عَلَى, as if Allah is saying, if you don't have that, if you don't have the sense to want to spend and take care of, and by the way, that's not an open line of credit for women either. It's not like she spends whatever she wants or whatever. But you must take care of her needs at least and make her feel dignified. And actually, even if a woman has to come and beg and ask, and be humiliated to even ask for some financial assistance, this is an indication that you're no longer qawwam. You're not. وَبِمَا أَنفَقُوا مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ is so beautifully spelled out, And what happens in many traditional cultures is, like there are cases, somebody complains, my husband doesn't pray. Every night he oversleeps. Why does he oversleep? Well, he works until 2, 3 in the morning. So he oversleeps. I can't stand it. He's such a hypocrite, etc., etc. That's not the kind of language you use for your husband. If he's not waking up for prayer, that crime that he's committing or sin that he's committing before Allah is also balanced by something. He's trying to provide for a family. He has no other way to make an income. He's a human being. He passes out. You go out of your way to try to wake him up lovingly, not giving him a lecture. You munafiq, wake up. You're going to burn in Jahannam. And if he doesn't wake up, you cover for his sin. If he doesn't wake up, you cover for it and you work patiently until he can. Until you can support him in doing so. That's not a way of supporting. And on top of that, to badmouth him to others. Unacceptable. This is وَبِمَا أَنفَقُوا مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ فَالصَّالِحَاتُ قَانِتَاتٌ. And then the next quality of a woman is حَافِظَاتٌ لِلْغَيْبِ بِمَا حَفِظَ اللَّهِ. This is where I'd like to conclude with. They guard the ghaib. Good women, they guard the unseen. What does that mean? The first, most commonly mentioned implication of this part of the ayah is, as a matter of fact, loyalty to their husbands. Loyalty in the sense that they don't expose them to others. Loyalty also that when the husband is gone, they're not doing something the husband wouldn't have wanted them to do. Loyalty also in the most explicit sense that they're not cheating on their husband, whether physically cheating on their husband or emotionally cheating on their husband. No, I'm just talking to him. I just text him every once in a while when I feel low. We're just friends. No. That's also emotional infidelity. There are levels of infidelity. They guard the unseen. They guard when the husband isn't there. They protect themselves, A woman has to ask herself, why is she getting extra dressed up when she's going out, when the husband isn't there? Why is she putting on extra levels of makeup, etc., when so-and-so people are going to be there? I'm not there to make that call. You're not going to be there to make. You have to make that call yourself. Why are you doing this? Where is this coming from? Why are you changing your profile picture? For who? You know, why is that happening? Why are you posting newer and newer poses as a married woman? What's that about? Who are you trying to impress? You can lie to yourself. You can even rationalize it to me. I'm not interrogating you. I'm asking you to interrogate yourself. You just have to interrogate yourself. حافظات للغيب.